To South Korea next, and the Liberal opposition party has won a landslide majority in the country's general election, which was widely seen as a referendum on the country's President Yoon. The result is a blow to the leader, and many of his senior officials offered to resign, including his Prime Minister. Even though Mr. Yoon has been unpopular, few observers expected him to suffer such a punishing defeat. Our Seoul correspondent Jean Mackenzie explained what this result means for President Yoon's position.
Although these were parliamentary elections and they don't decide the president, the way the campaign has played out here is very much that this was a midterm referendum on the current president, Yoon Suk Yeol, who's been in office now for 2 years. Now, he has been an unpopular president from the very start. His approval ratings have hovered between 30 and 40%. People have bristled at what they see is quite a confrontational political style, but also he has been accused of mishandling the economy. So when we spoke to people at polling stations yesterday, they were telling us that they were worried about the rising cost of food or how difficult it is to buy an apartment here. And they didn't believe that Mr. Yoon had a vision for this country and was going to be able to fix these problems. But even so, I don't think either side was expecting him to be punished quite this much. This is a landslide for the opposition party, and it does dent President Yoon's authority. When it comes to the day-to-day politics, it means that it's going to be more difficult for him to pass laws and push through his agenda, because now the opposition and the smaller parties are going to be able to come together to block the laws that they don't like. That means that there is going to be more gridlock going forward. We've already had 2 years of gridlock because the opposition controlled the parliament before, and it means that Mr. Yoon might leave office with very little to show for his time other than his foreign policy achievements, because foreign policy is more divorced from the parliament. Mr. Yoon has more autonomy here. And over the past couple of years, he has made some pretty radical changes to South Korea's foreign policy. He has strengthened his relationship with the United States and with Japan in order to counter China and North Korea. But he had the authority to make these changes because he had just won a presidential election. Now he has, in effect, lost an election. It is going to make it more difficult for him to pursue foreign policy that doesn't have public support here in South Korea.
Jean Mackenzie there.